Good morning, children. This is English video session for class 10. This is the activity part in the book First Flight. The chapter is 4. The title is From the Diary of Anne Frank. Okay, let's see. This is English video session for class 10. The textbook is First Flight, chapter number 4, From the Diary of Anne Frank. We are now doing the activity part. Do we keep a diary? Given below under A are some terms we use to describe a written record of personal experience. Let's see what are the terms. Journal, diary, log, and memoir. Let's see what is the difference. First, let's see journal. Journal is a daily or a diary record of a person. Daily book, newspaper, magazine dealing with particular subject. It should be a chronological record of changes that made to database and other system. It is also a copy that allows the recovery of after failure of reinstatement. Okay. All the four has some words in common. Okay. So any diary or a personal record can also be said as this one in a newspaper, magazine. Okay. Now let's go to the word diary. A diary is a log of experience writer, personal organizer, appointment diary, usually personal. Now what is a log? Let us see what is log. So trunk of a dead tree cleared of branches is also called a log. Any bulk piece as cut used as timber is also log. Also unit of length equivalent to 16 feet used in measuring timber is also log. Anything that shaped in this like a log, a cylinder. A floating device usually in the wood. Blockhead, a very stupid, is also called log. Okay, pieces of feces. Piece of feces is also vulgar, log. Okay, that is a dirty word. Okay. Anything which is bulk. Okay. Full record log. Now let's see about memoirs. Okay. Memoir is a plural of memoir. Memoir, memoirs. What is the meaning? Autobiography. Okay, autobiography is called a memoir. Okay, a memoir is single, memoirs is plural. So what are the terms that are given in the side? Let's see. A book with a separate space or page for each day in which you can write down your thoughts and feelings of what happened on that day. Next, a full record of a journey, period of time or event written every day. A record of person's own life and experience, usually a famous person. A written record of events with times and dates, usually official. Okay. So, journal is a full record of the journey, a period of time or event written every day. Diary is the one which has a book for space for each day, and you wrote down what has happened. Okay, log is a written record of events with times, dates, and usually it is connected with official. Memoirs are record of the person's own life and experiences, usually the famous persons. Okay. Here are some entries from the personal record. Use the definitions above to decide which of the entries might be for the diary, a journal, a log, or a memoir. Shall we try? Please have a look at them. Again, we will read what are the words: journal, diary, log, memoirs. A. Now B. Almost everything is record only, but the record, they all the four are different in different forms. Let's see. A book with separate pages, space or page for each day, in which you can write your thoughts and feelings or what had happened on that day. A full record of journey, a period of time, or an event written every day. Next, a record of a person's own life and experiences, usually famous person. A written record of events with times and dates, usually official. Okay. So now journal is a record of a journey, period of time from this period to this period, or an event written every day. Diary is a book with a separate space or page for each day, in which you can write down your thoughts and feelings or what had happened on that day. What is a log? A log is usually a written record of events with times and dates, usually official. Memoirs. A memoir is a record of a person's own life and experiences, usually a famous person. Okay, now clear? Now the clarity of journey, diary, log, memoir. All the four are records, but each one is for a different purpose. A journal, a diary, a log, a memoir. Diary, journal, log, memoir. So now we have to find out some questions are there. What are they? 1. I woke up very late today and promptly got the scolding from the mom. I can't help it. How can I miss FIFA World Cup matches? So it is your personal record. Okay, so this should be a diary. Very good. What is the spelling of the diary? Diary. Okay, now let's go to the next question. 10:30 a.m. went to the office to the director. 1 p.m. had lunch with chairman. 5:45 received Rahul at the airport. 9:30 p.m. dinner. So it is a totally log, is it not? It's a totally a log. Ride to Ooty was uneventful. We rested there for every every 50 kilometer or so. and use the time to capture the magnificent landscape of the handicap. From Ooty, we went to Bangalore. What a contrast! The noise pollution of this place is once beautiful city really broke my heart. So, what do you do? This is about a journey, the ride. So, you are telling about a journal, is it not? This is how Rajkumar found me, all wet and dragged. RK Studios event. This is about Mera Naam Joker, a small road, and cast me on the spot. The rest is what to say history. So this is memoir. What is it? Memoir. Yes. Let's see, writing in a diary is really a strange experience for someone like me. Not only because I have never written anything before, but also because it seems to me that later on neither I nor anyone else will be interested in the musing of 13-year-old schoolgirl. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I feel like writing and I have an even greater need to get all kinds of things off my chest. Okay, strange experience for someone. So, usually children of age 13 they keep moving around, they play, they move with games, fun. Yes, their thing is very mild. They enjoy being with friends. Yes, and diary writing is something different. Usually children maybe they write for 1 hour, 1 day or 2 day, 2 days, and then they may even stop it. Okay. So, not only because I have never written before, this is her first experience, but also because it never seemed to me later, or neither I nor anyone else will be interested in musing a 13-year-old schoolgirl. So, the reason why I did not feel like reading is I thought who is going to be interested in the musing affairs of going to be fascinated by the happenings of a 13-year-old girl. Okay, school girl. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So whether people are going to read. So she was sure that nobody is going to you may be interested in a 13-year-old to read the diary of the contents of a 13-year-old lady, sorry, 13-year-old young girl. So nobody will be for in nobody it is not doesn't matter at all. I feel like writing and I have become even greater need to get all kinds of things off my chest. Off my chest. So you have some, when you speak to someone you feel relieved. When you speak to your friend that you have not read the exam well, you feel relieved. Okay, I have told her. I did not study. Also, you tell her because you feel relaxed. So whenever you have something in your mind and heart, and you write it in the form of a poetry or a diary, you feel relieved, just off my chest. So you feel relieved. Off my chest means getting relieved mentally. Paper has more patience than people. It's a very sharp sentence which has won the what to say almost everywhere this sentence is even spoken also. Paper and people. There are two people compared here. Whatever you want, you write in a paper. The paper accepts everything and it stays there. Okay, what about people? People are not interested to hear others. People do not want to know about others because they are worried and confused about their own self. So she says that paper has more patience than people. I thought of saying this because one of those days when I was feeling little depressed and when I was feeling little depressed and was sitting at home with my chin in my hand. Chin in my hand means what? You keep both your hands on your chin and sit sometimes, no? When you're in a deep thought. Bored and listless. What is listless? To know with no energy or interest. You feel bored. You don't want to do any work. You don't want to think about anything. Okay? I was feeling a little depressed and was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, wondering whether to stay in or go out. I finally stayed where I was brooding, keep thinking about the same thing. Yes, paper does have more patience. And since I'm not planning to let anyone else read this stiff bagged notebook, grandly referred to as diary, unless I should ever find a real friend, I probably won't make a bit of difference. So, in the place of a friend, real friend, she has chosen the diary. Okay, it probably won't make a bit of difference. So, until and unless she finds a good friend, she would be with this diary only. She would express what all her thoughts are going, how things are moving, anything and everything which is in her heart. It's to pour her heart. All the things that come to her heart, she wanted to put it in the diary. Okay, children, this is what is said. Please read and come for the next class. I'll continue from this in the next class. Please read and come. Okay. Bye, children.